Last year we had some fantastic games be released and lots of people fell in love with. So what is there to be excited about in 2024? Here are some of the games that I am super excited about coming out this year. Welcome to my corner of the internet. I hope you're ready to talk about some incredible games that are looking to come out this year, and I am so excited to share these with you. This list includes a few AAA titles and a whole lot of variety. And for the most part, this list is in release date order, with the exception of around the end where it just says sometime in 2024 or soon to be released in 2024 or coming soon in 2024. You get the idea. So let's just dive in. So our first game is already out in early access, and that's Enshrouded. In this game, you are Flameborn, the last bit of hope for a dying race. You have to survive a corrupted fog and reclaim your kingdom. Venture into a vast world, vanquishing punishing bosses, build grand halls, and forge your path in this co-op survival RPG for up to 16 people. If you've already followed me on Twitch, you know I've already played it live there, and I had a blast. I really like the survival part of it, and also the building made a lot of sense in my brain. There was just a couple of things that I needed a little bit of help on. So if you want early access, you can pay for it on Steam. It's about $30. And one thing I will say did thoroughly impress me is they don't use like an Unreal Engine or a Unity engine for their graphics. They made their own for the game. That in itself is an accomplishment. And on to our next game. Yo ho, me hearties, for our next adventure. The release date for Skull and Bones is quickly coming up. In this title from Ubisoft, you will dive into a perilous world where you play by your own rules to rise from being an outcast to a pirate kingpin. In this open world naval combat multiplayer game, players can gain more infamy and progress by taking on contracts either solo or as a group of up to 3. As players grow their infamy, they will be able to craft new ships and weapons, as well as customize their character. Skull and Bones is releasing on February 16th, and if you order the premium version of the game, you get access to the game 3 days early. Additionally, you can get this game through Ubisoft Connect, Epic Games Store, Xbox, PlayStation 5, and Amazon Luna. And if you want to watch someone play this game before you buy it, you're in luck. Thanks Ubisoft for providing me access to Skull and Bones, and as another bonus, you can come over to my corner of the internet where you can get some Twitch drops and get some really cool customizations for your game, like the little snow leopard buddy. I'm so excited for the snow leopard. Next up on this list is Bandle Tale, and I hate saying this, final game from Riot Forge. And this game has been made in collaboration with Lazy Bear Games. This delightful crafting RPG is set in the world of Bandle City, the magical homeworld of the furry and fun-loving Yordles. You start off living in Yarnville, a cozy but place that's obsessed with knitting. When your 101-year-long apprenticeship ends, you want nothing more than to see what lies beyond the portals that connect Bandle City. But when a party you attend goes absolutely, incredibly, horribly wrong, the portal collapses, and everything's thrown into chaos. This game has League of Legends champions like Corki, Lulu, Rumble, and of course everyone's favorite, Teemo. Besides Tristana, Vigere, and Yumi. You can get this game on February 21st on PC or Nintendo Switch. We are finally getting the second of 3 parts of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. In the second of this 3-part remake, the devs have already teased a scene we've been dying to see, and if you know, you most certainly know. And what makes this interesting is apparently we're going to see more of Zack from Crisis Core. This remake has been years in the making, and I am so excited to see what the devs have done to add to the original story. This game is a PlayStation 5 exclusive and comes out at the very end of February. We have another console exclusive on the list, and this time it's a Nintendo title. Princess Peach is getting her own game since the Nintendo DS days. In Princess Peach Showtime, you play as the princess herself as she saves the Sparkle Theater from the Grape and Sour Bunch. It's okay, I don't know what the Grape and Sour Bunch is either. We'll find out together. Dress up in various costumes in order to use their respective showstopper abilities. This game is rated E10+ and is already listed at $60 USD. Next on our list is a beautiful Ghibli-inspired game called Europa. Developed by Nova Dust Entertainment and Hyder Pinto, explore a lush terraformed paradise of Jupiter's moon, Europa. Run, glide, and fly as an android named Z. You'll explore the remains of a ruined utopia and discover the story of the last human alive. Europa is a peaceful game of adventure, exploration, and meditation. As you travel, you'll gradually upgrade your jetpack to the point that you'll be able to freely fly throughout the sky. This game comes out on Steam on April 16th. So we've hit the point that in my research, I couldn't quite find when these games are releasing. So I'm assuming they just haven't come out with a release date yet, just a general time frame of this year. So that's the heads up for the rest of these games. First in this section is Botany Manor. I knew I'd love this game from Whitethorn Games as someone who has for years tried to grow some type of garden on a balcony. And when I say years, I mean pretty much all my life. And I have had varying levels of success. Just want to point that out there. I've gotten pretty good at growing basil. Might be it though. In this game, you play as inhabitant Arabella Green, a retired botanist. You explore your house and gardens, and using your research, you figure out the ideal habitat of forgotten flora. Grow each plant to discover the mysterious qualities they hold. We'll find out more about this game during Steam Next Fest. Our next game I also found during a Steam Next Fest, and that's Little Kitty Big City. As someone who adores the chaos of Untitled Goose Game, this game has a little bit of that vibe, a lot of bit of that vibe. You play as a cat that needs to get back home and can cause a whole lot of chaos on the way to do so. You can also make many friends and wear pretty darn cute hats. I loved this game. I loved how you could just kind of openly explore in the demo that I played. I thought the cat was adorable, the premise was adorable, and the fact that the animals do talk to you. And there's quite a variety even in the demo to talk to. So, not quite sure when this game's coming out this year, but I am very excited for it. And we have another remake hitting this list, Silent Hill 2. Now, I've never played a Silent Hill game. I am still new to horror games because I'm usually too scared to play them. However, I just know that Silent Hill 2 is the one that has Pyramid Head, and that's enough for me. But seriously, this classic horror game is getting a remake coming out sometime this year. Plus, this game is regarded as a masterclass in psychological horror. And it's considered the best Silent Hill in the entirety of the Silent Hill series. And if you don't know the game, you play as James, who gets a letter from his dead wife, and in an attempt to reconnect with her somehow, he goes back to one of the places that held their fondest memories, which was unfortunately Silent Hill. I will say I have at least seen the Silent Hill movie, and that is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I thought it was pretty good when I saw it. Whenever it came out, which I think was when I was in high school or something, or college, it was a long time ago now that I think about it. I'm old. So I'm finally excited to possibly give the source material a try. However, it looks really scary. I don't know if I'm gonna handle it well. Also, we're almost at the end of the list. So if you've made it this far and you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? It's free to subscribe here. Go ahead, hit the button. Wherever it is on the screen, just hit the subscribe button. Our second to last game on this list is Aloft. Aloft is a co-op survival game, and it looks stinking adorable. In this game, you end up on a world of floating islands where you build a home, weave sails, harness the winds, transform any island into a skyship. You can make the islands you find a ship. I'm so excited for that part. And of course, you use the ship to go and explore the clouds. You can use lost knowledge to cure this fungal corruption and restore the world's ecosystem in this game. This game looks like a pretty unique take on survival games, and it looks like it'll be perfect for a date night or a casual game to play with your gaming duo. And finally, our last game on this list is another heavy hitter, and this time from Obsidian, and that's Avowed. In this game, you are sent to the Living Lands to investigate a plague and are met with a world that does not at all trust you because of the power you wield. From customizable weapon combinations like a sword with a gun to using magic, this game looks like a pretty interesting take on a fantasy RPG. This game also is set in the same world as Pillars of Eternity. And with Obsidian's history when it comes to RPGs, I'm really excited to see what they've come up with. I know this one is going to be a whole heckin' lot of fun. Now, I know it might feel like we've covered a lot, but realistically, that is a small subsection of all of the games that are coming out this year. So in the comments, let me know what games you're excited for this year. And of course, hit the subscribe button to see more videos from me and my cats and all that fun stuff. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.